A former aide of Datin Sri Rosmah Mansor painted the formerly self-styled First Lady of Malaysia as a powerful figure in the previous BN government. Datuk Rizal Mansor told the Kuala Lumpur High Court the level of influence she wielded enabled her to help entrepreneurs and contractors to get government projects. As a sign of appreciation for her assistance, these parties would give her gifts, including cash. Rizal said he was entrusted by Rosmah to collect some of these gifts that were given on the basis of political contributions. He added that when he was with the First Lady of Malaysia division of the PM's department, it was respected and feared. Government agencies and government officers appeared reluctant to reject any requests made by her or her division. He added that his former boss was a fierce woman who was able to influence the decisions and actions of her husband. According to him, she had Datuk Sri Najib Razak move officers who refused to fulfill her requests to cold storage or have them posted to places far from where they lived. Rizal also testified that Rosmah gave him 100,000 ringgit a month to finance a team of cyber troopers he formed in 2012 to manage her image and reputation. Rosmah is facing 3 graft charges related to a 1.25 billion ringgit solar hybrid project for rural schools in Sarawak. In his opening statement, Senior Deputy Public Prosecutor Datuk Sri Gopal Sri Ram said that despite Rosmah not occupying any government position, she wielded considerable influence by reason of her overbearing nature and that she was able to influence decisions in the public sector. Former Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng says the timing of the new charges against him proves that his prosecution is politically motivated. The filing of the 2 charges in Butterworth this Friday for dishonest misappropriation of property comes a day before nomination day for the state polls in Sabah, where Lim is supposed to help in the election campaign. The prosecution told the Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court today a summons has been served on the ex-Penang Chief Minister and that he has to be present in court on Friday. Lim, who found out about the new charges last week after news portals broke them, claimed that the MACC was unprofessional for leaking the information to the press before he was even notified of the matter. He also brands the charges as an act to harass and bother him when he was campaigning in the interior of Sabah, and that this new development would affect his preparations for this coming Saturday. Dutch Lady Milk Industries is mulling a potential sale of its current factory land in Petaling Jaya. In a filing to the local bourse, the dairy company said the land, located under Lot 78, Lot 79 and Lot 48 on Jalan Professor Khoo Kay Kim, measures 432,617 square feet or 9.93 acres, with a leasehold expiring in 2059. According to its latest annual report, the land comprises factory buildings, an office complex and a warehouse, and carries a net book value of 28.4 million ringgit as at end last year. This comes after the group received shareholders' approval last July for the purchase of land in Bandar Anstek Negeri Sembilan, where it will construct its new manufacturing facilities. Dutch Lady explained the decision to look at a potential sale of the land was also in view of the current economic climate brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. It said an independent real estate agent has been appointed to seek offers from the open market by way of a public tender. Any final decision on the sale will only be made by the board after the assessment of the various scenarios is completed. CGS-CIMB Research is keeping its reduced call on MSM Malaysia with an unchanged target price of 55 cents. This is after the sugar refiner said it placed its group CEO on leave of absence and gave him 7 days to explain the inventory irregularities at MSM Sugar Refinery Johor. According to MSM's website, the company's group CEO is Datuk Khairil Anwar Aziz, who was appointed on April 23, 2019. MSM said the irregularities will not impact FY20 earnings, as they had been accounted for in the previous fiscal year. In the meantime, the company will continue its business as usual. CGS-CIMB says the news suggests weak management at MSM, pointing out that this is the second time in recent years that the company appears to have an issue with its CEO. In a note today, the research house highlighted that in January 2018, MSM's then President and Group CEO, Datuk Muhammad Amri Sahari alias Kuzari, vacated his post, claiming he had been constructively dismissed. CGS-CIMB pointed out that media reports had said Muhammad Amri left after disagreeing with Khairil's appointment as an executive director to the board of MSM. It expects the sugar refiner to continue reporting losses, which could affect its ability to attract potential suitors. Also a concern, the low utilization of its Johor refinery. MSM closed 0.96% lower today at 52 cents. Finance Minister Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul Abdul Aziz says, as of August 28th, financial institutions granted 81.9 billion ringgit in loan deferments under the Prihatin package. Of the total, 28.6 billion ringgit was utilised by the business sector and the remaining 53.3 billion ringgit by individual borrowers. Meanwhile, a total of 732,000 borrowers who took the automatic loan moratorium have resumed their monthly instalments, compared with 336,000 borrowers in April. The loan moratorium will end on September 30th. According to Zafrul, banks have contacted over 2 million borrowers, comprising individuals, SMEs and other companies, including corporate entities and commercial businesses, to offer loan repayment assistance once the moratorium expires.